Hello all, welcome back to my channel. Today let's continue what happened in Love to Hate You episode 2. Let's start without delay. Episode 2 of Love to Hate You opens with Kang-ho getting an apology from the lead actress in his film. He demands that the performer apologize to every member of the cast and staff as well as the directors of the movie for wasting their time and resources. Kang-ho feels triumphant, but Won-jun resents him for creating so much difficulty that they had to enlist the assistance of their attorneys. To make up for the difficulty he caused the lawyers, Kang-ho wishes to take them out to lunch. Miran discusses how Gilmo law firm is more focused on earning money than on assisting people while she is at the company for her interview. Miran is concerned that she won't get the position because this is an all-male law company. Miran displays shock after causing Kang-ho to misstep and collapse. Won-jun is asked to laugh by Kang-ho in order to spare him the humiliation of the mishap. Won-jun despises the disgrace Kang-ho suffered as a result of his careless strolling as the two men leave. Even though Kang-ho is certain there was another factor in the cause of his accident, Won-jun keeps him from looking into it. Miran is conducting an interview while the proprietor of Gilmoo and Soo-jin record it. Soo-jin defaults to asking personal questions in order to learn more about misdemeanor rants while the lawyer continues to raise legitimate points. After a chaotic session, Miran is unsure if Gilmo will ever contact her back. At the legal company, Kang-ho is encircled by female workers while the male attorneys watch the performance. Since Soo-jin is also an actor from one agency, she invites Won-jun and Kang-ho out for beverages. The two performers begin to argue during the encounter, and Won-jun tries to protect Kang-ho in front of Soo-jin. The two performers' interactions become tumultuous. When their contracts end, Won-jun requests that they both sign with separate labels because he was done with both of them. Both performers appear to have stopped battling right away, so it appears to have worked. Kang-ho is eager to meet another artist called Johnny at the dinner with Gilmo attorneys, so he has made plans to go. Kang-ho wants to make friends at the dinner for his little princess, an adolescent female he is very close to who wants Johnny's autograph. Kang-ho is urged by Won-jun to treat other women with the same decency with which he treats the little lady. Miran receives a text message at the same moment informing her that she has been employed by Gilmoo. Despite their surprise, Naeun and Miran both rejoice. The next day, Miran arrives at Gilmoo feeling confident. She asserts that despite being the only female applicant, she was accepted by a legal company with only male attorneys. However, as soon as Miran scans the contract's conditions, her arrogance turns to dread. Despite being informed that she will serve as Soo Principal Jin's counsel, she nonetheless executes the contract. Naturally, boyfriend, Ranch Jin-soo, offers to show her around the workplace. When they attempt to meet up on the tour, Jin-soo acts possessive towards her. Despite the fact that they are co-workers, Miran attempts to explain to him that she has moved on and would prefer to be just pals. As he had practiced with Won-jun, Kang-ho is on set shooting the kiss scene with the woman he despises. The on-set staff swoons at the intensely impassioned embrace. But shortly after the embrace, the actress notices Kang-ho gagging in the bathroom and brushing his tongue. She leaves feeling furious and wounded. She informs her boss that Kang-ho must be gay in her green room. All of Gilmoo's attorneys are racing to the business dinner because it is a social event, and they are resolved to look foolish in front of their famous clients. Miran wants to make sure she can blend in because she is certain she can be the strangest of the bunch. Miran thinks she can't outdo her co-workers' pranks because of their shenanigans. At the gathering, Jin-soo humiliates himself in front of Miran by ripping his trousers and showing his pink underwear. Miran nonetheless enters the platform for her embarrassing display. Kang-ho is informed by Won-jun outside that Miran, one of the applicants he met on the journey, has been recruited. Kang-ho, who took the fall, was more humiliated than Won-jun, who remembers laughing hysterically. Kang-ho enters the gathering and takes in Bizarre Ranch show. When she spots Kang-ho, she becomes frightened as she remembers how she traveled there. When Miran makes Kang-ho the focal point of her act, she begins to display her awkwardness. In the midst of the celebration, Kang-ho takes Johnny outside to talk to him and get his autograph for the little princess. The partygoers are all getting inebriated. Jin-soo approaches Miran for a conversation while completely inebriated. Kang-ho pursues the two attorneys, wanting to learn more about Miran. She pins Jin-soo by twisting his arm and tossing him into the men's room when he approaches Miran. Soo-jin offers to drive Miran home as the celebration draws to an end. She admits to Miran that Soo's insistence on having a female counsel was the only reason she was hired. Miran is devastated and hurries back to the bathroom out of inadequacy. Soo-jin is located by Won-jun, who offers to drive her home. Miran encounters Kang-ho after having a breakdown in the bathroom. He claims that Miran was flirting with him and discovers that it was Miran who purposefully upset him. Miran attempts to dispel the charge by saying that she was a fan and had a brief desire to touch him. Once Kang-ho accepts the lie, they separate ways. Miran enters an open van and falls asleep in the rear. It turns out to be Kang-ho's though. Miran awakens up startled to hear Kang-ho disparaging her. As they approach Kang-ho, she hides in the back. Meeting Ji-woo, the young woman he refers to as Little Princess, makes Kang-ho happy. As soon as Miran realizes it is time to depart, Kang-ho's door opens and she begins to exit. When she notices Kang-ho embracing Ji-woo and entering the actor's home by herself, she becomes worried. Inquiring as to what she can do to save Ji-woo, she makes the assumption that Kang-ho is training the high school student. She throws a stone at the surveillance camera, setting off a siren, which prompts Kang-ho to order Ji-woo to go back home. Miran is startled to see how powerful Kang-ho is when 3 police officers unexpectedly arrive to look into the broken camera. I really enjoy this chaotic performance. I adore how Miran instantly deduced that Kang-ho is the perpetrator and that the little princess is the victim. She is the shining hero who has arrived to save the young child from a groomer. Miran will undoubtedly be embarrassed by this assumption, but I am more worried about Kang-ho's disdain for females. Why does he have such a strong dislike for women? We will soon discover more about Kang-ho's with men, but it irritates me how her father treats her mother and Miran. The show makes a sincere effort to depict how women live in South Korean culture and is blatantly feminist from the start. I'm eager to see how the series progresses in the upcoming installments. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment after watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. See you all in the next episode explanation.